the red light cameras went through the first time, it was passed
Right.
with flying colors.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cute.
So it depends. I mean, there are a lot of different things that, it depends on what kind of lenses you're looking at this with. Unfortunately, because of the current political situation, there is, you know, a worry that perhaps this might be politically motivated. And as we get closer to the oral arguments, which Chris will be attending tomorrow for the lawsuit, I think we're going to have a better idea of where the county stands in relation to this lawsuit.
Yeah, tomorrow the oral arguments before Judge Diamond in Supreme Court. So, you know, whether there'll be a decision right away, I doubt. But, you know, within probably by next week, we'll know exactly where the county stands.
How are we looking like this situation?
Diamond's a Republican, right?
I'm
pretty sure.
I'm not certain.
Sorry, how are we looking?
Yeah. Are you confident we're going to do well up there?
Yeah, I think they've got a very good shot. I mean, I've read most of the papers. I actually just got some more papers in today because they filed papers a couple of days ago, the county, some reply papers. But I haven't read every single document. But I think, you know, like I was saying, that imminence argument I think is a big argument, and I think that they have a good shot. Good shot there.
Yeah, I have a question. You were mentioning they're saying that there's an imminent anticipation of a deficit. Is there a very specific portion of the budget that they're looking at to support that argument?
They analyzed the budget, looked at it total based on risks, like Pat was saying. Risks associated with the labor concessions, $61 million in labor concessions. They're saying that that's not going to materialize. They're saying that the county is borrowing and bonding their to pay for their tax certs, and that they're claiming that's $100 million in risk. So those are some of the big items that they're claiming are at risk, and that pushes the budget to a $176 million deficit.
Exactly.
Those are two key ones. The funny thing is that tax certs over the past several years have always been borrowed, and they've been counted as revenues to pay, you know, borrowing for tax certs, and using that to offset the budget has been allowed previously, but now this year, NIFA is saying we're not going to allow that.
And
so
also,
they're doing a complete 180.
And the minority leader has indicated that she will not commit any of her members to vote for any bonding, and the bonding requires a supermajority of 14 members of the legislature. So
even though she wrote a letter saying that she pledged that she would work with the administration on getting the necessary bonding for the tax certs.
Well, they're using this election here. They're using it against us.
I think that the writing is on the wall. It's fairly obvious what's going on here. As you can see, they've been very happy to call press conferences declaring everything under the sun to be bad for the county. Just the other day, Jocelyn Hernandez, who is the press secretary for the comptroller, and I went to, we went to a Democratic press conference, and then the majority's rebuttal, and then we went to the committee hearings, and everything that everyone said was contradictory. I think that there's a lot of strife within the legislature and within the county government as a whole.
For the bonding for the tax certs, you said those were counted as revenue previously until just this year. What was the actual result then of bonding and borrowing for the tax certs? Did the county lose substantial amounts of money on that?
The county has added $1 billion in debt in the last 10 years borrowing for the tax certs. That is a fact. And you shouldn't have to pay for that borrowing, but that is the reality.
Right.
And what the county executive is trying to do is make sure that he has enough so he doesn't have to borrow further and go further into debt. He's trying to have the money in hand so before these get to court and need to be settled and the attorney fees start racking up, if they can settle them out quickly, then they can mitigate the risk of a higher exposure and therefore, you know, have a lower deficit, if anything.